Gotta say, I'm not a big fan of this whole eternal night thing.
Is there any chance you could absorb this darkness into the dark force dimension?
This is black magic blotting out the sun, man. It's not something I could just port away.
A shame. We're running out of options.
The battle starts in
and
5.
time. We need to come up with a formula to reverse the vampiric effects on innocent civilians.
I've already got one in mind, the Montesi formula.
That's a far more permanent solution than I'm willing to consider.
Sorry, but if they're endangering the night,
The
Country
battle
wants
starts
them
in
gone
5,
for good.
4.
I'm afraid there's still no evidence scientific solution to our vampire problem.
Well, maybe a little break from the lab will do us good, Reed.
Well, I suppose it's never a bad thing to give some other muscles a stretch.
Mr. Fantastic cracking jokes. It really is the end of the world.
A time stream reintegration device may be our only hope to mend the damage the Dooms have caused.
Between the two of us, we should be able to have a working prototype in... how long now?
By my estimates, 5 to 10 years.
Oh, well, suddenly the fact that time itself has gone completely haywire doesn't
The
seem so
battle
bad.
starts in...
I've heard you have a background in computer science. Is that correct?
Oh, me? Yeah, actually, I do. Why do you ask, Mr. F?
Have you ever considered using those talents to save the universe instead?
I mean, sure, but then I remember that I beat Thanos with the help of a
The battle
swap.
starts in 5,
But
4,
I'm always open to trying new
3,
things.
2...
I once flew to the moon and hung with Galactus. You ever see me brag about it?
You actually posted it on social media right after and tagged like everyone, remember? And Silver Surfer doesn't have a handle, by the way. Although theoretically Power Cosmic should give him access to any form
The
of
battle
info
starts in
network in
5.
the universe.
You and me, Reed. We'll get this figured out.
If Doom can do it, we certainly can too. I'm glad you're here, Bruce. We could use someone with your special skills. I have some ideas, but as a man of science, I've learned to admit that some forces are beyond my comprehension or control. Ahem.
You are
The
talking
battle
about
starts
my
in
brain,
5,
right?
4.
We could really use a mind like Dr. Banner's right about now.
We could use a body like Hulk's even more. You can wait.
By the time you decide to give Bruce control again, it may be too late.
And if Banner hadn't let Hulk out, you wouldn't still be alive to complain about it.
An entire galactic empire of your own? I'm impressed, T'Challa.
You reached for the stars long before I did, my friend. I just led my people to a new home among them.
I knew Wakanda was technologically advanced, but what you built here is astounding.
And it is yours
The
to
battle
explore
starts
as you
in 5,
please, once this
4,
crisis has
3.
abated. Have you found a solution to the vampire infestation, Reed?
I've been working on a cure, but nothing viable yet, I'm afraid.
Then we may not have a choice but to eliminate our foes more permanently.
I was hoping it wouldn't come to that, T'Challa, but you may be right.
Dr. Richards, I hope you found our Institute of Science helpful.
Oh, it's fantastic, King T'Challa. Your sister's data on astronomy is unparalleled.
I will pass on your praise.
T'Challa, Tony and I are working on something big, but we can't do it alone.
Reed, if you are inviting me to join another Illuminati, I fear I must decline.
I expected as much, which is why I was hoping to talk to Shuri.
I see. I will make sure
The
that my
battle
sister
starts in
receives
5,
your invitation,
4, 3,
along with my
2,
opinions on the matter.
1.
T'Challa, is the Empire everything you ever wanted?
All I have ever wanted is better lives for people.
Doom would probably say something similar.
The difference being I have not scrambled space-time.
I have never seen the Earth shrouded in such darkness.
Dracula used the Darkhold to bend the laws of nature themselves.
If the sun will no longer rise, we will have to find other ways to bring the light.
If anyone can manage that, Adam, it's you.
What is it that you seek here, Dr. Richards?
The same as always, Adam. A universal truth that can unite us all and bring an end to this madness.
I see. Be wary, my friend. Blind faith in anything, even science, often leads to catastrophic consequences.
If I had a quantum converter, I could build us a device capable of...
Another of your convoluted contraptions? I have magic at my fingertips.
Sorry, but I'll put my faith in science over sorcery any day, Loki.
The battle starts in
Fortunately,
5.
the success
4,
of my spells
3,
does not hinge upon
2,
your belief
1.
in them.
I hate to admit it, but science alone might not get us through this one.
Things must be dire if you are willing to factor magic as a possible solution.
I'm willing to explore any advantages we have available, Stephen.
Then it's a good thing I happen to have a few up my sleeve.
The
Reed.
battle starts in
Science alone may not be enough to win us this battle, Stephen.
I see. Are there any other means you consider worthy of exploration? Something beyond your many areas of expertise, perhaps.
You're really going to make me say it out loud, aren't you?
You have no idea.
The battle starts
how
in
long
5,
I have been waiting
4,
for this day.
A brain like yours could be of great use to us.
I hope so. But solving a problem this big will push me to my mental limits.
Yes, for problem solving. Certainly not for devouring.
Ah, now I see why Susan insisted I
battle
bring my
starts in
sonic
5.
wave generator. That's quite the complex suit for such a young girl to operate. I'm impressed.
It's not so tough when you get used to it. You just need to speak Spider's language.
Well, we could use a voice like yours while we try to solve this Darkhold dilemma.
You've already got all the brains you need.
The battle starts in 5,
to the streets.
4.
If we want to end this, we're going to need our most brilliant minds on the case.
Between you and Tony, I think you've got that part covered.
Actually, I was hoping you could offer your opinion on my designs, Peter.
Wow, really? I'd be honored. And I promise I won't get any webs on them.
The battle.
Did you know that web over there connects us to a whole multiverse full of different spider heroes?
Not just Spider-Men. Each parallel universe contains its own variation on every single one of us. In fact, I've met hundreds of versions of myself.
The battle starts in 5.
Are they all this good
4,
at making a guy feel less
3,
special?
2,
Or is that just
1.
If you need anyone else to run missions, you know, I happen to be an ace pilot.
I believe Ben has that covered, but thank you anyway.
Ben Grimm? Oh, you know he ran with the Guardians for a bit, right? Did he tell you all about me?
Indeed, which is exactly why I think
starts in
your
5,
skills
4,
are of better use to
3.
us elsewhere. I'd like to run a few tests on you when this is all over, James.
I've been poked and prodded enough for 10 lifetimes, Reed. I'll pass.
Are you sure? What if Hydra implanted something inside of you?
Wouldn't be the first time. I beat it before. I'll do it again. On my own terms.
If Null has the means to slay a Celestial, we don't stand much of a chance.
Speak for yourself, bub. My bones are pure adamantium.
And Celestial armor is forged from a cosmic equivalent of the same metal.
Suddenly I don't feel quite as invulnerable as usual.
Please tell me this isn't the date night you've been planning for us, Reed.
No, but when you think about it, what could be more romantic than saving the universe side by side?
Literally anything.
Noted.
Reed, you do have a plan to stop Victor, don't you, darling?
Would you still love me if I said, not yet?
Of course. But I would also be extremely concerned.
As would I, my dear. As would I.
No matter how much things change.
It must be hard to know that Hydra is still a threat, after all you did to stop them during the war.
Their tentacles have always burrowed deep, but now may be a chance to sever them for good.
Let's just hope 2 more don't grow back in their place. If we want to solve this crisis, we'll need to put our differences aside.
We are not all that different, you and I. We have always wanted the same thing.
It's good to know our goals are aligned. Namor.
Yes, I was speaking of our goals, of course. Richards, I do enjoy when these little conflicts bring us together.
It's a rare occasion when you and I see things the same way, Namor.
Except when it comes to Sue.
Speak my wife's name and you'll find our alliance will be over far sooner than you anticipated.
You are one of Midgard's most brilliant minds, Reed Richards. Surely, if any knows how to save the realm eternal, 'tis you.
I have some ideas, but as a man of science, I've learned to admit that some forces are beyond my comprehension or control.
You are wise beyond your
The battle
years,
starts in
mortal.
5,
A shame
4,
you have
3,
so few left
2.
ahead of you.
To be honest, Namor, that was a long time coming. I'll never forgive myself for this, Susan. Perhaps Hulk could have bested me, but not you, Bruce. I'm afraid your rule has come to an end, T'Challa. That sniper shouldn't be bothering us again. Our sniper may think twice before trying that again. The sniper has been removed from play. Your ego got in your way, Tony, as always. I assure you I took no pleasure in that, Peter. I suppose this version of you does have its benefits, Bruce. You've made me believe in magic, Stephen. After all these years, you still find ways to impress me, Susan. These creatures may be the spawn of Monstro, a waste of innocent sea life. Careful, cephalopods are quite intelligent. Keep your tentacles to yourself, Namor. Namor's reinforcements, I presume. Perhaps you should do your own fighting, Namor. The Punisher has assembled quite the weapon. The Punisher's turret is no longer in service. That turret is unusually large, even for you, Frank. The turret can't harm us any longer. Some sort of advanced assault cannon. I prefer less violent solutions, Frank. An ancient Egyptian artifact. Interesting. The Ankh's power's been neutralized. An Ankh. It must belong to Moon Knight. That should limit Moon Knight's power. This Ankh is radiating supernatural energy. The supernatural threat is abated. Quite the clever shortcut, Stephen. One of Dr. Strange's portals. Stephen is bending the fabric of space. These spiders, what a fascinating design. I've neutralized the spider bots. I've located a nest of synthetic spiders. The spider bots have been exterminated. Huh, an army of artificial arachnids. A shame to destroy such advanced spider tech.